Yo guys, what's going down? It's MC Noble here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to touch up to you guys on a little story that I want to tell you people. It's about something that happened to me, and it's to try and promote to never give up on your dreams or whatever you want to do, because literally about 4 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I gave up. I was doing something that I really enjoyed, and I let things get to me and I gave up, and it was one of the worst regrets of my life, but also at the same time it's not a regret, and I want to tell you guys the story. So basically, round about 2014, I decided, late 2013, early 2014, I decided that I wanted to become a DJ. I've always loved music from being a babe. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid, like a real little baby, the only way my mum and dad would get me to sleep would be to take me out in the car and drive in the countryside and blast out rave music. And literally, this is no joke. Without my parents blasting rave music, I wouldn't go to sleep. You know, like house, trance, hard house, hardcore, and I would sleep to it. And that is no joke. But in 2014, late 2013, I decided that I wanted to be a DJ, started mixing tracks on Virtual DJ. My dad picked up on this, and he decided that for Christmas he was going to get me a controller. So he got me a Traktor Kontrol S2, and that was a great little controller. It did everything that you would want it to do, connected to software. I got a load of songs given by a friend of ours. He gave me a load of 90s tracks, and I picked up some of my own personal favourites as well. During the time I had some like Ministry of Sound stuff, and I had some really cool tracks to play with, really. And I got into this whole DJing business, started putting mixes and stuff on Facebook, started sort of trying to promote my DJing. I made a page and everything, and things were going well. Things were going absolutely wicked. And then lo and behold, I got a gig, and I was absolutely buzzing. I got my first gig. It was something that was just absolutely surreal to me. A friend asked me to DJ for their birthday party. They were having a party, they wanted me to do the music. So I was surreal, I was so excited, I was jumping up and down, and it was like the best thing since sliced bread for me. Finally got to play out somewhere to do what I actually love. And literally I got so hyped and so excited. Now at the time my controller was running on a PC tower. I didn't actually have a laptop, but my nan was actually thinking about getting a laptop at the time to learn how to get into sort of like using one, because she wasn't brought up with one. So I said, listen, look, I've got this gig coming up. I can't take a massive PC tower to the gig. And she literally was skint. She literally could not really afford this laptop. And she jumped out and she said, well, listen, look, I'll scrape the money together, no matter what we have to do, and I will get you this laptop. And she made herself skint. We got this laptop, and we paid somebody as well to set up all the software on it and more or less get me ready to go at the gig, as I didn't really know what I was doing. And I literally spent all week, every night after sort of like school, going through tracks and playlists, and literally all through school I was excited and I was thinking about doing this gig, and I was so happy. And each day I was sort of like bouncing up and down as the day was getting closer, and it actually come to the day of the gig, and I hadn't heard anything from the person who was having the birthday party. So I thought, yeah, cool, they're maybe just setting things up, they're maybe just getting ready, etc. All of that malarkey. And then literally it got to about an hour before the gig, and they just said they'd got somebody else to do it instead. And I just had a massive lump of heartache, and I just felt so upset, like I literally could have cried. Like, I'd known this person for years. We dated back to being little kids. Parents were friends with parents type thing. grew up going round to each other's houses. Parents used to drink together, kind of thing. And the fact that that person let me down and said, listen, look, we got somebody else, and couldn't even be bothered to tell me that they were getting somebody else, just sort of told me at the last minute that basically they got somebody else. And if they hadn't have said that, I would have gone to where this party was with decks and speakers and everything. And the fact that we'd bought laptops, we'd paid people to put software on it, just absolutely gutted me. It upset me, and it still upsets me to this day. And now that person tries to get up my arse because I'm doing quite well with the MCing, and sort of like, oh, I'm following you, I'm behind you all the way, you're doing so well, I'm proud of you. But you weren't saying that when you fucked me off with the gig, when I'd literally bought brand new laptops and got all software sorted, and you know, bought music and put thousands of tracks together in a playlist to make sure I had enough music. So it gutted me, and it put me off. So anyway, to cut the story short, I had another friend who literally did the same thing. Said they wanted me for a little get together at his house, and then sacked me off at the last minute. And the point where I'm going with the aim of this video is I gave up after that point. And one by one, I sold all my equipment. I sold the controller, I sold the speakers, I sold the disco lights, I sold the smoke machine. I even sold the desk that I had all the equipment on. I had a proper, really expensive, like, it was like a bar, because we used to use it as a bar going back years, and it was all done out, and it all had the controllers like specially fitted on it, and it was just, you know, it was to be fair, it was probably better than the setup I've actually got right now. In terms of just neatness and tidiness, and it was just you know, I got rid of it all. And the aim of the point is that never give up, because I should have never have given up that day. Now obviously a couple of years after that, I did get into the MCing, and the MCing was really a godsend for me. So part of me thinks that, well, if I hadn't have given up the DJing, would I have ever got into the MCing, which worked out a lot better for me. But then at the same time, with the MCing, I've never given up. And with the MCing, I've been told to kill myself, jump off a bridge, I've been called all names under the sun. And some names can really hurt to the point where you do actually get upset and you do cry. And a lot of people say like, oh, just ignore the haters, or don't let the haters bother you. But the thing about that is, people who say ignore the haters, they aren't the ones who get an abusive message every single day, with either somebody telling you to kill yourself, somebody taking the piss out of your family member. And literally sometimes it is so hard to just ignore them, because sometimes you either just want to snap back at them and peck their head off and really get angry and snap back at them, or sometimes you just want to curl up in a ball and think, what's the point, why did I even ever bother? But I will tell you now, never give up, because if you have a dream with something, never give up. Now this is what I'm going to show you. Look, these decks here, look, because of the MCing, I got back into the DJing. I got right back into the DJing, and I even now do production on FL Studio with a good friend of mine. And the point that I'm going with this whole aim of the video is never give up, because at one point I did give up. Like I stated in that story, I did give up, and that was where I went wrong. And I would advise that if you guys are getting into DJing, singing, magician, whatever you want to do, there will always be people that try to run you down, or people that mark you off and mess you about, right? People that just want to use you, make you feel special for a while, and then just dump you in the river, which is how I felt with the gig. I felt special, I felt wanted, needed, I felt wicked, I got booked for something, and then lo and behold, at the last minute, bang, crash, wallop, I was dropped in the river, and I was basically shot on, and basically I was used. And that upset me at the time, and that's why I give up. But if ever you guys, or any of you, go in a position like that where somebody messes you about, or somebody makes you get all excited, or makes you feel like you're getting somewhere and then they let you down, don't give up, because you will get a gig and you will get somewhere. I know obviously right now we're in lockdown, but you will get a gig. Trust me. And I wanted to share this story with you because it can help a lot of people not to do what I did and give up. Now, like I say, I do kind of not regret giving up because I then got into the MCing. But I could have also started the MCing as well as the DJing if I'd have even carried on the DJing. So it works both ways. But my point to you, your point to take from me, is never give up. Whatever you may be doing or whatever you may think. Like, comment, share, and peace.